Hi, my name is Richton, and this is episode 2 of That Show. Let's get into it. I don't know if you guys hear that, but it's currently raining loud. So this is an annoying machine that plays a cricket sound at random times. I rebuilded it from this video. It's from my saved reels. No one has sent me reels yet. I programmed mine to play a cricket sound twice at random times every 5 minutes. But you know, I actually tested this out at my friend's house. I put it in a random place and it was driving him crazy, trying to find where the cricket is. Yeah, that was a lie. I have no friends. I'm still pretty much alone. But making this is fairly easy. All you need is a microcontroller, a battery, and a piezo buzzer. And also the code. Don't worry, it's not that hard. You can ask ChatGPT to do it for you, just like what I did. And honestly, this setup is kinda overkill for this program. Actually, there are many ways to do it. But mine, I just use the components lying around in my house, and I'm broke to buy another components. But yeah, that's section 1. Nothing really interesting. Let's move on to section 2. Alright, so 3 things. Since this is a Halloween special, I wanna make it scary. I also wanted to give a long battery life, like at least a year. And I wanted to make it good for any season outdoors. Let's start with something scary. Instead of a cricket sound, I'll replace it with psst. Psst. Ooh, that's pretty scary. So to do that, we're gonna replace the piezo buzzer with an audio playback and a speaker. This audio playback is actually the same thing that is used in MP3 players. And this is just a speaker that I bought in China. That smells like ass.
I don't know, dude. Every time I order components from China, it always smells like ass.
Now let's give it a long battery life. Did I say that right? I don't know. From the Cricket machine, it only uses 240 mAh, which gives the little machine a life of 6 to 12 plus months. What the fuck, that's longer than what real life cricket has. But a year-long cricket sound? That's gonna drive me crazy. I like that. Let's quadruple it. So this is on CR2477N, which has 960 mAh. That's 2032 on steroids. If I put this in the cricket machine, that's gonna give 10 to 15 plus years of life. God damn! So, the audio playback that we're gonna use actually cannot be powered by this coin cell. It needs its own battery, which I will give a LiPo battery of 260 mAh. So the coin cell will only power the microcontroller, and LiPo will only power the audio playback. So 2 batteries for this little invention. But here comes the complicated part though. Battery management. Of course, we don't want the audio playback to just be on the whole time, because if we do, it's only gonna last for a few minutes. And we're targeting at least a year. Here's my strat. Turn it on when we want to play the audio. We can achieve that by programming the microcontroller and adding another component called MOSFET. I actually didn't know anything about MOSFET until this guy commented on my vape video. So thank you. You can think of this like a faucet. Turn on the faucet when you want some water and turn it off to save water. At least that's one of the ways to use MOSFET. In our little invention, turn on the MOSFET to give the audio playback a power to play the audio, and then turn it off to save power. And if we calculate the overall battery life with this logic, it'll give us 8 to 15 plus years. That's for playing 2 seconds of audio twice in a day at random times. Now, let's give it a casing. Straightforward, I'm just gonna encapsulate this with a cube design with no lids. So to open it, we have to break it. My plan is to plant this outside. The design of it actually has meaning. Most people actually love cube shape because of its symmetry. And imagine if somebody found this cube and they took it home and put it in their house for God knows why. That's really gonna be horrifying. They don't know what it is. Okay, maybe I'm a bit delusional for that one. But we don't know. Humans are unpredictable. So if you're wondering how am I gonna encapsulate this inside the cube, well, let me tell you about this. So this is the printing, this is the status. I'm actually printing already, and here's how I'm gonna do it. This is what it's gonna look like when it's finished. But if you go over down here like roughly 180, it's gonna be open. So my plan is to just wait for that layer to be 180, and then I'm gonna hit the pause and then grab this thing and then put it inside and then continue printing. Who the fuck is texting me? But yeah, I'll show it to you later when it hits the layer 180. Okay, so we are now at the layer 163, 164, and I think that's enough space to put the to encapsulate this thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause it, just like that. Okay. What I'll do first is to put some glue stick to help for the stability. And I'll put this one. Just alright. Let's go for the other one. You stick there. Press the battery. Turn it on. It's gonna look like that. And now we can go ahead and printing. And now it's being encapsulated. It's gonna look like that. And it's done. Just notice it. If you bump it, gonna do that thing. I think it's restarting the program when you like bump it. I guess that's one of the feature of this thing. Alright, let's go ahead and plant it. Here comes the sad part. I don't have any clips of reactions. The little machine plays randomly, and I don't have the tech to record it for the whole day. But you know what's scary? This cube can actually make a place haunted, making this thing a psychological warfare. We don't know. We might be able to make it to a horror show, telling that place is haunted. But it's just actually the cube thing that I made. I'm not even sure if this is legal. Yeah, I actually talked to a person who studies law, saying that,
yeah, dude, I don't know if that's legal.
so I plan to retrieve it after Halloween. If I don't forget. No, I promise I'll retrieve it. Except for that one I threw in the garbage. So yep, that's our little psychological warfare invention. What do you think? Pretty scary, isn't it? I'm actually trying to hit 1K subs before the year ends, and we're almost there. Kinda. So if you want to help me reach 1K subs, make sure to... What the fuck? I'll see you in the next invention.